fans, Singapore's Grand Prix is a 3-day event. But for hotels along the city's 5-kilometer street circuit, planning for the race starts a year in advance.
We start planning the day the checkered flag go down of the current race. Because then we already start planning for the next year. Because yes, it is a big event for us, being a track hotel, and of course for the city.
At Singapore's SWISSOTEL, the STAMFORD, bookings begin about a year before the race. But it's not just rooms that are being reserved, it's also the hotel's restaurants and hospitality suites. It takes 2 days to transform a hotel room into a hospitality suite. Beds come out and food and an in-room bar go in, all with a bird's eye view of the track below. The suite holds 30 people and costs 84,000 Singapore dollars, or about 62,000 US dollars for the weekend. And that's before tax. Now, while guests are focusing on the race, there's plenty of action happening behind the scenes, from security to housekeeping and, of course, the kitchen. 188 chefs will work to prepare a menu that includes nearly half a ton of seafood, and an estimated 2,000 bottles of wine and champagne will be ordered during the weekend, which means people tend to sleep in.
Breakfast usually starts later. You have the same amount of guests usually, but they tend to come down later, usually after 9 all the way until 11 o'clock. And then for us, it depends. We have breakfast that goes all the way until 3, 4 o'clock because we have some of the teams in-house. So they still stay on the European time. So they come down and have breakfast at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Room service is usually quite busy as well because obviously people come back and after partying and things like that. So some of the restaurants will keep open later until 3, 4 o'clock.
Housekeeping also shifts to later in the day, with room cleanings moving from mornings to evenings when guests head out to the race. Staff expect to wash about 24,000 pieces of linen per day, which doesn't include special garment requests from celebrities and F1 drivers at the hotel.
Usually this will be a date that will say nobody is going on leave unless you're getting married, you're giving birth. Yeah, so all hands on deck.
Fewer than a dozen hotels are located along the street circuit, but Singapore Hotel Association President Kenneth Lee said businesses across the city will get a lift this weekend.
For sure, the Trackside hotels will benefit from their close proximity to the action. However, with such a large event as F1, the action will most likely not just concentrate in one area, but also ripple through the entire country, not only benefiting hotels, but also many sectors, including F&B outlets, shopping centers, and tourist attractions.
Singapore's Grand Prix starts Friday and concludes Sunday night. After this, the parties will end. Hospitality suites will change back into regular hotel rooms, and everyday cars will return to Singapore's roads. And the planning for next year's race will start all over again.